Alright, welcome to Let'sJroPlay's Sonic Adventure. We have a very special episode today.
Yo,
Because Mettaliar is the devil.
you asked for this, first of all.
Listen, I'm just the devil's advocate.
I'm just trying to think of, like, what, because I'm basing it on a title where I'm just like, oh, this is it. And I
haven't found the This Is It title yet?
That's kind of like what it is like.
No, I get that. You want a real good one.
Yeah, and there's many ways to see it. Some of them you can tell are gonna be all right. Some of them you're like, all right, no, this is
gonna be
shit. What? Yeah, but like they're either gonna be shit, they're gonna be really fucking good, and you're not gonna be ready for how like good it is, or like it's gonna be very obviously fucking porn, and you're just like, all right. I don't care. Like, this is fine. Also, I need to make sure, this is probably the reason why, I need to make sure that the freaking, I know what you want, so because of that.
I know what gets you off, you sick fuck.
Well, I just need, yeah.
You degenerate?
Yeah, rating K through teen, nah, fucking M. See, yeah, there's no explicit yet? That's M. Alright, what genre? Angst?
Oh, those are all the shadow ones.
Do you want to? Well, no, I don't.
No, save the shadow one for Sonic Adventure 2.
Yeah, no, alright.
When we play Sonic Adventure 2, we'll also read Sonic fanfiction.
I don't know if I want to read a Hurt Comfort.
Oh,
Hurt Comfort. This is the... Wait, what?
Oh yeah, I'm fighting Eggman now.
Oh, so, okay. Eggman just shows the fuck up?
Yeah, he knows Tails is a Chaos Emerald. He's like, I want that! Give me the Chaos Emerald!
Fucking Sonic looking like fucking...
I'm gonna fuck you up.
Tuxedo mask. I mean, fucking like his cape. It's like, I am here now. Egg horny.
The horny egg.
Look
up that fanfiction.
Horny egg?
Horny egg?
Let's see.
Yo, there's...
Well, let's go romance.
Absolutely. You know there's gotta be Eggman x Sonic shipping.
Probably.
I don't know if that's what I wanna hear. But it definitely exists.
Let's see. Characters. Sonic the Werehog. No.
Yes! Well, now we gotta do a Sonic Unleashed playthrough, too!
And Dr. Robotnik / Dr. Eggman. Pairing. The fuck? Stop! There are no entries.
Oh.
There are no entries for Sonic, and not even just Sonic the Werehog, just Sonic.
Who's Stuart?
Who the fuck?
I don't know who that is.
Hold on. Let me try this.
It sounds like somebody's OC.
What?
Oh, it's Sonic and his good friend Stuart.
Well, like, sometimes if it's an OC, then it's just friggin', alright, Sonic, pairing Sonic and all.
Yeah.
Let's just figure out.
Look at Eggman right now. Oh. That wasn't so hard.
Did he just fucking You Can't See Me before John Cena? And then they actually just fell for that?
Yeah.
Oh.
And it's gone. Oh, there it is.
Oh.
10 out of 10 animation in this game. Look at the textures on Eggman.
It looked like he was jerking off. What?
That's chaos. You just flopping and plopping.
That's fine. What is happening with the Chaos Emerald in his hand?
Oh, it's like jerking it.
Oh, it's a bigger chaos.
Yes! This is just as the stone tablets predicted. Of course! I've read so many... Sorry, I can't stop eating cheeseburgers. It's just as the stone tablet predicted.
Let's see.
Robotnik land. You fucking dweeb.
So much.
So.
Oh, do you recognize these characters? Alright, so there's Sonic. There's Shadow.
Yep.
There's Scourge.
Yep.
And there's Sonic.
Yep.
Have no regrets. Alright,
No
here
regrets. Let's go.
we go.
Also, funny thing about this game, it's the first time in the U.S. that they refer to Robotnik as Eggman.
Yeah.
And it also establishes the fact that Eggman or Robotnik hates being called Eggman because they're calling him a fucking egg.
Yeah.
But also,
yeah.
he names everything Egg X. So like the Egg Hornet or the Egg Carrier or the Egg Serpent.
He gets mad. Why are you calling me an egg?
Don't call me an egg, Sonic! I am not an egg, and if you call me an egg again, I will send my egg beater at you!
The egg toaster will be your demise! You need to... Fucking hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Alright. This is what I mean, by the way.
Have no regrets. It's called Have No
Yeah,
Regrets.
the title of it. Alright, so here we go. You guys ready for some fun stuff while you watch J-Ro fucking style on fucking Sonic Adventure 1? We were reading Have No Regrets by HumansAreTheRealMonsters.
Yes.
Rated M, English Adventure Romance. Alright. Chapter 1. It's Not Him. With dilated, disbelieving eyes, they all watched as the person they thought was their hero lower his eyes sadly at the ground before closing them. What did he upset about? He held up his hand and hugged his own arm to himself, as if trying to give himself comfort. Even though his posture seemed dejected, he was starting to grow an odd smile on his face.
Ooh.
In just a second, his scowl turned to a smirk. Soon they watched his body slightly shook as he began to giggle. In a few seconds, he was falling laughing at this point, cackling loudly like a madman. Then he broke his lips in a wide, eerie grin, sharp fangs gleaming white, all showing in glee. Nothing but sinister, malicious intent spreading through the entire city in just one expression. His now shrunken eyes looked at him, and the malevolent pupils almost slit like a viper's. He snickered. No one knew what to think. Once he said the next choice of words, he looked straight down at his kitsune and tried to hold back his giggles. Ah, he exhaled, and from laughing so hard. How funny. They all thought they would have him vulnerable. After they all, he wasn't...
What? Excuse me? After they all... Hey!
After they all, he wasn't actually trapped with them. Tails, I'm so sorry I couldn't be a better big brother to you. He apologized, his voice changing more. That wasn't the voice they all knew. It was gruffer, maybe even raspier. It almost sounded like a darker person took over and spoke instead. No wonder he never spoke. His voice alone would have revealed he wasn't who he said. But this is where my plan begins, he exclaimed.
Wait, is this chapter 1? Because I have no idea what the fuck is happening.
This is the... Well, I should also... Yeah, no, this is chapter 1.
Okay. I just want to make sure.
This is chapter 1. It's not him. It's not him, the hero.
Just starts at the climax, I guess.
Hold on. Wait for it.
All right. I'm in it.
This is where my plan begins, he explained. And no one. He backed one leg behind the other, his knees lightly buckling. Is gonna stop me, he yelled.
Ooh, his knees are buckled.
He wasn't trapped with them. They, at that moment, were trapped with him.
Fucking incredible.
4 weeks earlier.
Yeah, okay. Because of course, let's throw all the cliches in there. Abso-fucking-lutely, my dude.
I fucking love it. This is the best shit ever. You love it, don't you?
I really do. Fucking send it.
Fucking send it. Alright. 4 weeks earlier, you're leaving so soon? Or you're leaving so soon? Interesting. The fox asked with a slightly saddened tone, looking up at his elder brother with wide, bright blue eyes. His brother just smiled warmly, knowing full well he wouldn't like him leaving so suddenly. But they both knew the fox was more than capable of handling himself on his own for a while. However, they would miss each other's company. After all, it was their week to hang out and sleep over in the same house. But he guessed today was different. He had explained that he wanted a break from it all, and that a hero needed to take a load off once in a while. The doctor's been quiet for a long time, so he figured now would be okay to leave and relax. His brother also said he had something extremely important to do.
Are they referring to Sonic as Tails' brother?
Yes. I believe so. I'm not sure. Maybe it's
weird, but okay.
I'm ready to find out.
I mean, they've always had like a brotherly back and forth, but calling them brothers is odd.
Like, we'll see. I don't know if they're just trying to say like, oh, they're friends like brothers, but like, or if they're actually if they're being like they're actually brother siblings. Like, I'm not sure, and I'm ready to find out, and I think that's gonna be the best.
Yo, you know what? Me too. Let's keep going.
All right. I promise I'll only be gone a month. If anything happens, I promise you I'll know, and I'll come running. Okay? He trailed off, but then the orange fox nodded and smiled back. Yeah, no problem. Just, be careful. You know I get worried about you when you're on your own. I'm supposed to be saying that to you. He laughed as he tightened his hold on his bag. Nah, I'll be fine. I swear, buddy. Okay, see you in a month. See you, Tails, the elder said as he ruffled the little one's head before turning and walking out the door. 4 weeks after Sonic's departure.
Okay.
So, yes, that's Sonic. And also, we started in mid-year's res. Time traveled back in 4 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And then time traveled forward 4 weeks again?
Yep. Now we're back, I guess.
Alright. 4 weeks after 4 weeks after Sonic's departure. That was about 4 weeks ago. A couple more days and his brother would be back. Life for the fox was pretty easy now that Eggman went quiet. About the time Sonic turned 18, he hadn't made a move since. See,
I love when a story goes out of its way to make sure I know its characters are 18.
It's that you
legally gotta.
You legally and morally gotta. You gotta.
We're reading Sonic fan fiction. I don't care about. I don't think there's morals involved.
But
just pure, unadulterated degeneracy.
Oh fuck! All right. No, I just it is. But this one actually, you can't say this is degeneracy yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
This is.
But now it's established that Sonic is 18.
I really hope it does get degenerate, just because I love this setup to just go into straight fucking smut. It's about 4 weeks ago, a couple more days, brother would be back. Life for the fox. All right. About the time Sonic turned 18, he hadn't made a move since. See, Sonic was now 19 years old. Tails was now 12. The doctor hasn't done anything for an entire year, and no one has seen or discovered any new bases. If anything, some people found abandoned or destroyed bases of his, completely ruined. Like someone made a horrible attack on them with a large army. No one saw anything that could have hinted at a comeback. So it seemed like no one had anything to worry about. As things became peaceful, Tails got even more advanced in his mechanical abilities. He upgraded the Tornado too, and it was a true beauty. A bigger, wider plane with much more detail in its model. Its color blue with like his favorite hero. Its wings bigger and better, is reaching greater spans. Its propellers were shiny and sharp, with a nice coat gleaming in the machine. There were small bits of reds and yellows tipped down parts of the plane, giving a throwback to how the plane used to look. I'm gonna just. I know you're playing some. There's some fucking pinball going on.
Yeah, we're in Casinopolis now.
That's a.
Yeah, I gotta get 400 coins so that I can get a Chaos Emerald, because that's how casinos in Sonic work.
No, that seems legit. I'm just gonna mention.
Oh my god!
Do you want me to go? I'm gonna go.
No, keep going. Keep
going.
going.
All right, yeah. All right.
I signed up for this.
You wanted this, and you wanted this, dude. Let's see. Let's see. Alright. Suppose we have it. Tails had to remodel the home that he lived in so that he could have some room to park the machine in his garage. With that and his messy workshop connected to the house, things often became sloppy or neglected. Sometimes Sonic would have to come over to help him clean up. The fox would work so much he'd be neck deep in nuts and bolts. Literally. Literally. For now, he wasn't messing with the plane at all. He was perfect as it was. He was pretty proud of his work. For now, he'd have to work on something on a smaller scale inventions he had blueprints for. Like the new machine he built that could disrupt other machines with chaotic wavelengths. It wasn't finished, so he'd be testing it today. It was nice to be himself, and relax for a while. Not having to look out his window for some fleets of an egg invasion ready to hit Station Square. As for Sonic, the preteen didn't know much about the location he disappeared to. He just said something vague like, I'm going to visit my old home. What?
Okay. No, son of a bitch.
Oh, dang.
I lost the pinballs.
No, Sonic, just fucking goofy. I think that's cheating.
Shut up, Narc. What are you, a fucking cop?
No, absolutely not. Well, rather, I'm just
Coink, coink, piggy.
I was just more pointing, being more Captain Obvious than a pig.
Also, you go into the showers in the casino, you get a couple coins. You can make a couple coins work in the showers.
Yo, absolutely.
Fucking...
Absolutely. I just looked up. Let's see. For now, he wasn't messing with his plan at all. It was as perfect as it was. He was pretty proud of his work. For now, he worked on some smaller scale inventions he had blueprints for, like the new machine he built to disrupt other machines with chaotic wavelengths. It wasn't finished, but he was testing it today. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Well, I'm visiting my old home. But the only home Sonic ever called... The only home Sonic could ever call old would be the old house they built together when they were children years ago. At least, that Tails knew of. He couldn't think of anywhere else Sonic would consider home besides the house he reluctantly owns by himself now. He didn't really want to have a house.
Sonic just reluctantly lives by himself.
He's just a landlord. Sonic's secretly just a landlord.
Well, yeah.
I love it. Hell yeah.
Duh.
This is great. In fact, the only reason why he bought a home was because he had the money and because he needed a place to crash just in case a tree branch wouldn't do it for him. And to have a fridge to store food, of course. Oh yeah, and somewhere to pee.
Yeah,
and
sure,
well,
of course. That's why we all own homes, so that we can have somewhere to pee.
Yeah. And well, he couldn't keep crashing at his little bro's house. It'd be more grown up to live in his own home after all. But regardless of all, Sonic grew up. This is the greatest thing. This still didn't explain what he meant by that. This baffled him. He'd have to ask a hero where he spent his time. Did Tails miss Sonic? Absolutely. Everyone missed him, because everyone didn't expect him to disappear for this long. When Sonic suddenly left somewhere, he'd be gone for a week, maybe in 2 weeks at most. Amy, of course, was hopelessly waiting for his return, spamming Tails' phone on end, asking if Sonic would be back or not. The kitsune ended up ignoring her calls entirely after a while. Knuckles, of course, pretended to act like he didn't give a damn, when in reality, he did miss the company of someone he could call a brother as well.
That's... totally sounds like Knuckles.
See, I don't know Knuckles' characterization. What in the world is that?
Oh, that's Knights.
No, that's fine. What is Sonic?
Oh, he's a pinball. Don't worry about it.
Why does he look like...
Don't worry about it.
I can't read now because I realized that exists in my peripheral, but it's nice. Cool. Yeah. I don't know Knuckles' characterization besides him.
So, like, Knuckles is, like, fine with Sonic. They kind of have, like, a friendly rivalry kind of thing.
Yeah.
But Knuckles' main prerogative, like, unless there's an absolute reason to, Knuckles never leaves Angel Island. Because that's his whole purpose in life, is protecting the Master Emerald.
Seems legit.
Which is why a lot of people were like, what? When Forces came out, and they were like, yeah, Knuckles left Angel Island so he could lead the resistance against Eggman. And it's like, that doesn't sound like a Knuckles. That sounds like something he'd never do, because then the Master Emerald could just be taken. And the Master Emerald's whole thing is that it can nullify the abilities of the Chaos Emeralds.
Yeah.
So if Eggman got it, that'd be real bad news.
Absolutely. It seems legit.
Nah, but that's fine.
Come on. No, that reminds me of another story, but we have to
Knuckles misses his boyfriend.
Dude, we have to finish chapter 1 at least.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Let's see. You call him brother as well. He visited every now and then to check up on Tails, while insulting Sonic for leaving his brother all alone by himself. No one knew where
Rouge.
Is it Rouge?
Yeah, it's Rouge the Bat.
It's Rouge. No one knew where Rouge went off to, and no one's seen Shadow. It's almost afternoon now. I guess we should probably prepare lunch. A loud bang was heard upstairs. Tails was in his workshop, so he was down in the basement. It was so loud he heard it over the sound of his power drill. The kitsune furrowed his brows and scooted himself up his work stool, landing on his feet. He put down the tool on his desk and walked his red and white sneakers over to the stairwell. He walked up to the steps and made it back to the ground floor of the house. Fuck. Hold on. Rest my eyes. Oh, fuck. I'm just... Oh, God.
I did it.
You did it. I was not expecting that loud of a sound. TVH. Yeah.
Also, Tails is here. Tails, put your dick away.
Tails, chill out, dude. Yeah, not bad.
Yeah, not bad.
He walked up the steps and made it back to the ground floor of the house. He traveled to the entrance of his home quickly, hearing another loud knock. Whoever this person was, they were pretty heavy-handed. It couldn't have been Sonic. It hasn't been a month yet. Plus, he wouldn't bang like that. Not even Knuckles. Suddenly, he felt something in his gut. Something telling him that he shouldn't open the door. Sonic always told him that.
What?
Sonic always told him that.
Sonic always told him that?
Sonic always told him that.
Oh.
Oh, always.
Always.
Sonic always told him that. If you feel something in your gut and your heart go off into the instant something happens, follow it, even if it might be wrong, because 9 times out of 10, it'll be right. But maybe this was Sonic. Hell, he could be wounded and can't knock on the door as fast as he usually did. He couldn't be a robot or Eggman, at least not now. The heck with it. Tails unlocked the knob, looking up the blinds to cover the high window of the front door. He turned it and slowly pulled the door open. Once he did, his eyes blinked several times in surprise. Sonic? The other didn't respond. He only made a smile on his peach muzzle when held up his gloved hand and waved. His crystal clear lime green-like eyes stared at him with an emotion that seemed more or less pleased. He had no wounds or scars on his blue, taller body, and even looked clean, as if he never traveled or left the house. Well, of course the hero probably would have washed or something before he came back, but he still looked a bit tired at least, right? At least have his shoes a little dirty. At least smell like he normally did. Like nature.
Ugh.
Like trees and fresh wood, wild flowers and fruits.
Stop smelling your brother, Tails.
In fact, Sonic said he'd go somewhere where he had absolutely no civilization. No, he smelled like he just came from a city, and his shoes were practically spit-shined. That shouldn't be right. And why wouldn't he talk? Hey, he stammered in an unsure smile. He was so happy to see him again. You're early, come on in, he exclaimed. There's a break in here, so I'm going to look at... What?
Alright, well that seems like a good time to maybe, cut her off there.
Yeah.
And then we'll jump back into it on the next episode of JRoPlay's Sonic Adventure.
Yeah, dude!
Hell yeah, we got a series now.
And this is the best series.